Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Goodness me, I'm just checking to see if anyone can hear me, if anyone's joining me this morning. Hello, can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up. Don't know how this works. Facebook's gone a bit strange, so oh yes, good morning. It's lovely to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Unshakable, Unstoppable, Unshakable Energy. It's the grand finale today, and it's an absolute honour to have been invited on. And God, I needed to be invited on this week, but I'm going to share a bit more about that with you later. But I'll just start by introducing myself. So I can see Nicola's on and Sarah's on. You guys know me. But for those who don't, I'm Amanda Joy. It's lovely to be here. I am the Director of Studies at the Northern College of Clinical Hypnotherapy. So we're based in Newcastle, but we've got training centres in Teesside, Darlington, we've got training centres in North Yorkshire, and we also offer training online as well. And we had to transition to online training last year to enable students to stay with us. So that's what I do. I'm the Director of Studies. I haven't always been a teacher of clinical hypnotherapy. For a while I was a practitioner of clinical hypnotherapy, and before that I I've worked for 20 years in sort of mind, body, energy, medicine, holistic therapy for years and years and years. But I didn't start off doing that. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey and what happened that kind of took me into becoming a clinical hypnotherapist. So I worked as a nurse. I was working in the NHS, and all of my patients, and this is over 20 years ago now, but all of my patients were quadriplegic, so they were all paralysed from the neck down, and they were all ventilated, so on machines that would help to breathe. They help them to breathe. Most of them had no sensation from sort of neck down, and relied on hoists, relied on medical intervention every day for just things like going to the bathroom, having a wash, doing all the things that we just take for granted. So it was my job as a nurse to be the arms and the legs for my patients, and to ensure that their bodies were functioning and that they were breathing, and offer physiotherapy and all sorts of other things. But I had one or two patients who suffered really, really badly from the most horrific pain. And because they were paralysed, they shouldn't be having any pain. Why have they got pain? They're not supposed to have pain if they've got a broken spine, not supposed to have any sensation at all. So we call this neurological pain. This is pain that we don't understand, pain that we can't see. And you know, that's what we called it. So the only solution for that kind of pain was the same solution for all other types of pain, was to prescribe quite strong medications. So the doctor used to come, and they would come along, and they would prescribe lots of different, usually opiate-based medications that were going to help people to have less pain. Anyway, I had a bit of a wow moment one day with my patient, because one particular patient who was experiencing pain in the chest area, and he described this discomfort as it felt like as if somebody was stabbing him with burning hot pokers. And this is just totally ongoing. This was his whole existence. Whenever he was awake, he would be experiencing this level of intense pain. And I said to the doctor, you know, this medication's not working. Can we do something else? And the doctor increased the medication, tried a few different varieties of it. And my patient said to me, you know, Amanda, when you give me that pain medication, it doesn't stop my pain. What it does is it stops me from being able to tell you that I'm in pain. I can't express myself anymore. I'm so out of it, I just can't even express myself anymore. And that for me was like somebody had dropped a bomb. You know, it was like, whoa, hang on a minute. I got into nursing to care for people, to help people, and I'm not helping anymore. I'm literally putting a plaster on a huge gaping wound. I'm not really supporting people, and this lovely man is feeling absolutely the most horrific pain, and all I'm doing is putting a gag on him when he already can't move his limbs or his body. So it was really horrific, really awful, and I just thought we need to find something different. So in them days, we called it alternative medicine. It's more now known as holistic therapy or integrative medicine. And I went on a little hunt to find something that was different. This was really when I was first introduced to NLP. I did some training in neuro-linguistic programming, which is the language of the mind, the language of the brain. And it was really actually amazing to help this guy reduce his pain levels. We used lots of different tools, different techniques, using hypnotherapy, and that really helped him. Also, there was a lady in the village or in the town where you know, near where I lived, who was a healer. She worked at Barclays Bank. Everybody knew her as the lady who was the healer who worked at Barclays Bank. So I popped into Barclays Bank one day and I said, would you be free to come and do some of your, I don't know, voodoo, witchcraft, magic, whatever it is that you do? Would you be prepared to come and share and, you know, work with us? And she said yes. Anyway, she came to see this particular patient. It was the same patient who'd reported having the stabbing, the feeling like being stabbed with red hot pokers in the chest. It was the same patient. And we'd been using lots of different tools and techniques with him, and it had been helping, but quite sort of temporary. Nothing was really working, you know, particularly well at that point. And we'd had reflexology and aromatherapy and all sorts of things going on. Anyway, this lady came in and she put her hand on his head. And I remember watching, thinking, what is this weird stuff that's happening? Because I was very Western in my thinking and very sort of Western in my approach to all things medical. You know, my understanding was if there's something broken, we can fix it, we can sew it, we can heal it, we can stick it back together, or we can take medications to fix it. And that was kind of like, that was it. That was my total existence. I didn't know anything else, you know, occurred outside of that. Anyway, she came, she put her hands on her head, on his head, and just in seconds, instantly, I just saw all of the discomfort just drain out of his body. And you can see when someone's in pain because their face is all tight, the facial muscles are all tense, and particularly if those are the only muscles that are working, it's really evident when somebody is in great amount of discomfort. So it was amazing to just see this the pain drain out of his face. The colour returned because he was quite pale. He looked pinker, and he drifted off into an absolutely blissful sleep. And he woke up refreshed, revitalised, and was completely discomfort pain-free for about 3 days afterwards, which doesn't sound like a great deal, but it was huge, absolutely massive to us. And it put me on my journey to researching energy medicine, and also the medicine of the mind as well. I studied traditional Chinese medicine. I studied Reiki. I'm a Reiki master. I've done lots of body work and energy work over the 20 years that I've been studying and learning, never-ending student. And it's brought me to where I am now, which is a clinical hypnotherapist. And hypnotherapy is amazing, it's powerful, it's transformational, and I love it as a modality to work with, to share, to help, to support people through difficult times, to help people to change their body shape and size. I specialise in pain management, I specialise in addictions work, and it's just such a rewarding and wonderful career. I can't tell you how amazing it is. So that's a little bit about me and who I am and what I do. I wanted to share with you today about the conversations that we can have with our subconscious. You know, when we know how to communicate effectively with our subconscious mind, we can change. Our beliefs do become our biology. Now, I also am a podcaster, and I've got a radio show called the Wednesday Wellbeing Show. You can hear that on NTR Sounds, or you can listen on Awaken Podcast. And I've had the absolute pleasure of interviewing the most amazing people over the last year and a bit, and what I've heard lots and lots of transformational stories. I've heard lots and lots of amazing healing stories. I interviewed a lady who was stabbed in the neck and was also paralysed from the neck down, and she used the power of her mind to heal her body. I interviewed a guy who had been diagnosed with really quite severe mental health conditions. He used the power of his mind to heal his body. I certainly have had my own struggles with addiction. 5 years ago, I was told that I had weeks to live, and that within, if I managed to get through the next few weeks, I would need medical intervention. Certainly a lot of medical intervention because my liver was failing, and my doctor had basically told me I was going to die as a result of the alcohol abuse and the amount of drinking that I was sort of engaging with. So I've had my own healing journey as well, and hypnotherapy has been central to that healing journey for me. So if you are looking to heal your body, if you're looking to change your health, if you're looking to enhance your business, if you're looking to give yourself more energy, if you're looking to change your life in any way, shape or form, being able to access your subconscious mind is going to really help you. Now, our brain, if it was 100% functioning, 20% of our brain is conscious. 20% is I'm thinking, I'm analysing things, I'm talking, I'm negotiating, I'm working my way around in the world. That's just 20%. The other 80% is subconscious. 80% is what's in charge of how fast your heart beats. It's what's in charge of how we respond or we react to different people or different circumstances. It's very much responsible for how we see and understand the world. So if we can communicate with that 80% and get it on our side, we can heal our bodies from things like paralysis. We can heal our bodies from mental health disorders. We can certainly heal our bodies and our minds from sort of mental health issues. I personally, I'm talking to myself this week because this week I've actually been on my own healing journey from recovering from addiction, but I was also a size 28, was very much overweight, very, very unhealthy, and very unhappy as well. And I reduced my body shape and size, and as I've reduced my body shape and size and I've got fitter and healthier, and I've gone down 10 dress sizes, and 20 kilos have just disappeared. So and I've used hypnotherapy to help me get that, to get to this place. But I've also started to increase the amount of movement and exercise, and I noticed I was having a few problems with my breathing. So just this week I've been having some medical interventions and exploration, and this week I was told that I had heart failure. Tell you what, that is somewhat fairly scary when somebody says that to you. That is a label that brings about a whole heap of fear and a whole heap of burdens. I only found this out on Tuesday, so I'm still processing it, so bear with me. But really, I'm going to give this talk today for myself as well, because I believe that I have the tools and the skills and the power of my mind to be able to heal my body. I've healed my body of addiction. I've healed my body of hidradenitis suppurativa, which was an autoimmune condition. I've healed my body of glaucoma. I've experienced and worked with people who've healed themselves from all sorts of issues and challenges, physical, mental and emotional. And if I can see it and I can believe it and I've done it already, I know that I can do it again. So I'm going to share a little bit about how we do that. How do we have those communications with our subconscious mind so that we can transform, so that we can heal? Well, over the past 20 years, there have been some, extraordinary discoveries about the brain and about the body and about the mind. These discoveries, and I'm talking about Western medical scientific discoveries, because we've known in holistic therapies for years that the mind and the body and the brain and the body are very much one system and connected, and there's no separation from mind and body. And an example of that would be, think about something romantic. Think about sexy thoughts, and all of a sudden you find your body starts responding and reacting. That doesn't just happen by some kind of miracle, although it is quite miraculous and magic. When we think about certain things, when we think in a certain way, that has an impact on our body. It causes our body to react and respond. It causes our cells to change. And these Western medical discoveries are actually showing that too, which is very, very exciting. These discoveries really explained how our thoughts, our feelings, how our imagination creates our reality. And this understanding, this new understanding certainly from a Western perspective, it's a new understanding, has really helped us to understand how things like prayer, how things like meditation, inspiration, intuition are not just a supernatural phenomenon, but they're a natural phenomenon that it follows particular patterns, they follow particular laws, and we can discover how to use this. We can literally change our health, we can change our bodies, we can change our mind. So, let's talk about the brain. Let's talk about thoughts. Let's talk about mind power. So weak and scattered thoughts are weak and scattered forces. So those kind of passing thoughts that drift in and out of our minds are kind of weak. They don't really have a great deal of impact on us, but strong and concentrated and focused thoughts have strong and concentrated and focused forces. And this is where I can share my own story this week, because when the doctor gave me that label of heart failure, I was like, heart failure? That means I'm going to die. That was a strong thought. Oh my goodness, that was a really strong thought. It brought about a whole heap of fear and anxiety. They were strong thoughts, and I thought, hang on a minute, whoa, hang on a minute. This is a strong and concentrated thought. This is a strong, focused thought. And by allowing that thought to continue to be present, I'm allowing it to continue to create my reality. And actually, my change in my thought pattern was, this was going on yesterday, I just didn't know what it was and I didn't have a label for it. Didn't have a strong thought around it. I didn't have a strong focused thought around it yesterday and I was all right. Today, now I've got this strong focused thought around it. I'm feeling all these awful feelings and every breath I'm taking, I'm really conscious of it and it really wasn't helping me. So what I needed to do was to make that strong and focused thought something more positive so that it actually, now I have some new information. It's very exciting and I can do something really positive with that. And actually, probably 5 years ago when I was drinking lots of alcohol, taking lots of drugs, I was a size 28 and I was 130 kilos. Possibly my heart was having to do a lot more work then and it probably didn't do my heart any good. But it was probably much worse then than what it is now. And now I'm in so much more of a better place. And I've got the tools and the techniques This is a wake-up call. It's an opportunity, and I can turn that negative feeling into a strong, concentrated and focused thought and focused feeling. So if you're looking to change something in your life, what I'd like you to do is to write down what the thought is that you want. You know, if you want to create a business, have that vision, have that thought, have that feeling, write it down so that you can focus on that thought. Because when we have really strong and focused thoughts, they help to speak to ourselves, they create our reality. I want you to also know right now, here in this moment, that you are powerful. Remember your essence. You are a child of the universe. Your body is amazing. If you're a woman, you can make babies. How awesome is that? Wow, your body is amazing. I want you to remember how awesome and fantastic and powerful you are. I want you to sense your power. I want you to tune into what you're good at. I'm right good at talking. Tune into what you're good at. Tune into what you're good at and feel your power. Feel the power of that. That's going to also drive those positive, focused thoughts and give them more power, more force. I want you also to very much connect with your physical body. When we live in our heads, when we're very busy, when we've got lots of those kind of weak and scattered thoughts coming in and coming out, and our minds are really not very clear and we're not very focused, we become very disconnected from our physical bodies. One of the most important things about healing yourself or moving forward in your life is to really be very connected with your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. If you are tired, rest. If you are energized, do your work then. But we need to listen to our body. We need to give our bodies time to be empty and feel empty, an empty belly and an empty mind. But we also have times when we're full of energy, full of ideas, full of thoughts. And we need to just have that combination of both. But to understand what we need to feel it, and we need to be very much connected with our physical body, connected with our body. Lots of things we can do to connect with our body. Exercise, movement, dancing, really, really good for connecting with our physical body. But just sitting in meditation and feeling our body is also very, very helpful. Remember those strong and concentrated and focused thoughts, the ones that are powerful, the ones that change our cells, the ones that have an impact on our body? Well, sometimes it's quite difficult to attach to our thoughts, to our focuses, to our visions, to our goals, positive, powerful emotions. So what we need to do is we need to harvest those positive emotions. So we can do this just by visiting memories. So if you've got a memory in your life of when you were like super duper confident, go and sit and remember it. And as you're remembering it, really step into the memory, immerse yourself in the memory, feel the memory's effect on your physical body. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's why when watching a scary horror movie at the cinema and there's a big scary bit, our heart rate increases and we start to feel scared. It's not because we're really there and it's real, it's because our imagination is telling our body that it's real. So let's access those helpful memories that are going to cause our bodies to physically respond and react in the way that we need them to, so we can have those strong, concentrated and focused thoughts that can change our physiology, that can change our cellular structure, that can help change our mind and our mindset and drive us towards our objectives and wherever we want to go in our life, be it change our health, change our wealth, change our vitality. We can do those changes just by harvesting positive emotions. So think of a time when you felt really happy. Might be the happiest day of your life. Think of a time where you felt really proud of yourself. Remember a time where you felt really, really confident. Remember those good times. Go revisit them in your imagination and allow those memories to be fully immersive. and harvest those positive emotions, and then attach those thoughts, those feelings to your objectives, to where you want to go. We do need to gain an understanding of how our bodies work, not just the muscles and the bones, but we are energetic beings as well. We need to make sure that we're fueling our body with the right foods. We need to make sure that we're fueling our mind with the good foods. And I'll tell you what, it's been really hard over the last year to fuel our minds with positive stuff, because everywhere we look, TV, everything, it's all been miserable. There's been a lot of negativity. There's a lot of really hard things going on in the world right now. A lot of people having a really tough time. So it's quite hard to fuel our minds with feel-good things and feel-good factors. I'm a big fan of Disney. I apologise to those people who don't like Disney. I love Disney. I love a bit of Mary Poppins. She fuels my mind with positivity. But, listening to good music, having a dance, doing some meditation, watching something positive, something uplifting, fueling our minds. Read something positive. Fuel your mind with something positive. I talk about having a spiritual breakfast. Every morning I get up and I have a moment where I feed my mind with something positive as well as feeding my body. But I think the most important thing about this is we need to fall in love with ourselves. Boy, oh boy, we need to love ourselves so much. How many of us put everybody else first before ourselves? We're no good to no one if we're not in good shape. We're no good to no one if we're not in a good place. And the only way that we're going to be in a good place is to love ourselves and to fall in love with ourselves. And I think this is the most challenging part for us. It was the most challenging part for me because I hadn't been a very nice person for a long time. Didn't really like myself very much. Certainly didn't like the things that I'd done, the things that, that I had really done some quite horrible, nasty, destructive things. So first of all, to love myself, I had to forgive myself, and then I had to fall in love with myself again. So it was really hard to fall in love with myself, and that was the biggest challenge of all. We also need to use the power of our imagination to really drive us forward. We need to have a clear plan. We need to have a vision of who we want to be. If I want to be happier, healthier, slimmer, sexier, more confident, I need to see that in my mind. If I want to have a successful business, if I want to have a nice house and a nice car and all of those lovely things that we want, I need to be able to see it in my mind. I need to have that conversation with my subconscious and say, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. I want you to visualise that future. Imagine your future you. I quite often imagine my future you, and I do this in the morning when I can't be asked to get out of bed and go for a walk or do my exercise or do whatever it is that I know I need to do, but I really can't be asked to do it. I'll go, what would future Amanda do? Well, future Amanda would already be up. She'd be out. She'd be running up mountains, and she'd be doing yoga classes and doing Facebook Lives with amazing people who are watching. It's lovely to see you all today, by the way. Thank you so much for watching. But I want you to visualise what future you looks like. What does life look like when you've already achieved everything that you want to achieve? What does your life look like when you've got there, when you've reached your goal, when you're healed, when you're done? What does that life look like? And I want you to see it in your imagination, but I want you to get fully immersive with this whole experience. I want you to feel how good it feels. I want you to smell it. How does it smell? Mine smells like ylang ylang. I love the smell of ylang ylang. I want you to taste it. I want you to see it and enjoy that process. Look at how it looks. Allow yourself to fully fantasize about what life looks like when you're healed, when you're happy, when you're healthy, when you've already reached that goal. And that alone has a powerful conversation with the subconscious mind. It sets you up for success. It sets you up for self-belief. It sets you up for that confidence that you need to achieve. It gives you the drives. It gives you something to look towards. It gives you something to work towards. It starts changing your biology. So I hope that's made some sense. So just to kind of refresh on those points again, weak and scattered thoughts, weak and scattered forces. Strong, concentrated, focused thoughts become strong, concentrated and focused forces. They change your biology. They speak to your subconscious. Remember that you're powerful, know your power, feel your power, connect with your physical body, get to know your body as muscles and bones and structures, but as an energetic being too. Harvest your positive emotions, allow yourself to remember those good times and attach those good feelings to your future plan. Fuel your mind, fuel your body with good food, fall in love with yourself, imagine the future you, taste it, see it, and do you know what? Enjoy the process. This is a fun process. And the more fun you have doing it, the more powerful that message is, the more powerful that conversation with your subconscious is, and the more impact it has on starting to change your biology. Now, I don't know if I've gone on too long, Sarah, but what I'd really like to do now is just to guide you in a little bit of a self-hypnosis, because all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, and I thought I'd finish with just guiding you into a bit of just a light trance. I mean, we're all in and out of trance all day anyway. If you daydream, you're in a trance. And if you've ever, if you drive your car on a regular journey and your mind's off somewhere else and it's your subconscious that's driving, because when you arrive, you think, oh, I got here quite quick, didn't I? Didn't even remember the journey. You've dropped into trance. So trance is just an altered state of awareness. It's an altered state of focus. And I'm just thought I'd guide you into a really lovely relaxed state, a bit of a physical relaxation as well. And then I thought we'd have a bit of a guided session just to really connect you with love and kindness, because I do think self-love, loving ourselves, is the toughest bit. Falling in love with yourself and allowing yourself the space and time to do all the things that we need to do to reach our objectives. For me, that was the hardest thing. So I thought we could just do that today. So wherever you are, what I'd like you to do is just get yourself into a very deep, a lovely, comfortable position. Have a bit of a wiggle. If you've got a blanket, pop it over your lap, and get yourself into a lovely, comfortable position. And Sarah's just reminded me to let people know where to find me and how you can work with me. Well, you can find me on the internet, www.amandajoy.co.uk, if you want to work with me one-to-one and have some therapy. And if you're interested in training in clinical hypnotherapy and joining my amazing, awesome band of students and graduates who are out there making a huge impact, supporting people and changing their lives, you can do that as well. I'm at the Northern College of Clinical Hypnotherapy.com, and I think Sarah will pop those links in there as well. So blankets ready, in a comfortable position. I'd like you just to pop your feet flat on the floor, and if you're sitting, just have your spine just straight but with a relaxed body. If you're lying down, lovely, just sink into the soft cushions behind you. And then just close your eyes. And I'm going to ask you just to keep your eyes closed throughout the whole of this sort of visualization exercise. Just bring your awareness inward. You don't need to strain or over-concentrate. The main thing is for you to just relax and gently follow the instructions. And I'm just going to ask you just to take a lovely deep breath in. And a long, slow exhale out. And if you haven't already got your eyes closed, you can close your eyes down now. Just closing your eyes, switching off all the muscles around your eyelids. You know, your eyelids are one of the smallest parts of your body, but it's often the smallest things that have the most powerful effect on us. If you've ever been asleep at night and there's been a mosquito floating around your room, tiny little mosquito, tiny little buzzing noise, tiny little thing, it has a lot of power. And just in the same way, just by relaxing just the muscles around your eyes, you'll find that you can just drop into a deeper state of calm, deeper state of relaxation. And because all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, I'm going to get you just to have that conversation with your subconscious now. And I'm going to just read to you from my self-hypnosis guide. And as I read each line, I'll pause. And after each pause, I'd like you just to repeat, just in your mind, just with a soft and gentle voice, just repeat to yourself the words that I'm saying to you. Here we go. I am slowly going into a state of deep relaxation. And just repeat that to yourself in your mind. I am slowly going into a state of deep relaxation. Slowly and surely, my entire body and mind are relaxing. 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 I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper. Deeper into a state of deep relaxation. Each and every breath just guiding me to let go a little more. And each and every muscle of my body is now relaxing. Everything is so peaceful and quiet. And I'm just going to count now from 1 to 10. With each ascending number, you'll find that you can just double the level of relaxation that you're experiencing already. With each ascending number, you'll just go deeper and deeper into just a blissful state of relaxation. A place where you can communicate powerfully and clearly with your subconscious mind. 1. The muscles of my face are relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. 2. Doubling the level of my relaxation. The muscles of my neck are loosening and relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. 3. The muscles of my shoulders are loosening their tightness and tension, dropping and relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Four. Both my hands are loose and free, and their muscles are relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Five. The muscles of my chest are relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Six. The muscles of my back, my upper back, the middle of my back and my lower back are all loosening, relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. 7. The muscles of my stomach are relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. 8. The muscles of my lower back, my hips, my buttocks are relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. 9. The muscles of my thighs are relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. And 10. The muscles of my lower legs and feet, and all the way down, right down to the tips of my toes, and relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. I am now in a deep state of relaxation, and I can allow myself to go deeper and deeper still. My whole body, from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, is totally relaxed. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling connected to my physical body. And just enjoying being in that state and keeping your eyes closed, just enjoying that relaxed feeling. I just want you to listen and use that powerful imagination. And I'd like you to think of a person. I'd like you to think of a person who is really close to you, someone who loves you very, very much. Could be somebody from the past or the present. Might be somebody who's still with us here in life, or it might be someone who's passed. Could be a spiritual teacher or a guide. I want you to imagine that person standing now. They're standing to the right side of you. And they're doing what they do best. They are sending you love. That person is sending you wishes for your safety. They're sending you wishes for your well-being, your happiness. Just want you to sit in the presence of that love for a moment. Sit in those warm wishes. Bask in that love that's coming from that person towards you. And now I want you to bring your mind to either the same person or another person. Someone who really cherishes you deeply. I want you to imagine that that person is standing on your left side and they're sending you wishes for your health, for your wellness, for your happiness. I want you to really feel, really sense that kindness, that warmth, that's coming to you from that person. Oh, just bask in that lovely feeling of love and kindness, that warmth that's radiating from that person to you. I want you to imagine now that you're surrounded. You're surrounded on all sides by all of the people who love you. Picture all your friends and loved ones. They're all standing around you, surrounding you. And if you listen, you might be able to hear what they're saying. They're standing around you and they're sending you wishes. They're wishing you happiness and well-being and health. Just bask in that love. Bask in those warm wishes. Feel the love coming from all sides. Let it fill you up. And it fill you up so you overflow with warmth and love. It feels so good. So wonderful. I want you to bring your awareness back to the person standing on your right side. And I want you to begin to send the love that you feel, all that love that you feel in this moment. I want you to send it to that person. Send it back to that person that's standing on your right side. And you and this person have got loads of things in common. You're quite similar, just like you. This person wants to be happy. I want you to send your love and your warm wishes to that person. Now focus your awareness on the person standing on the left side of you and just begin to direct that love that's within you to that person. And send all the love that you've been feeling in this moment. Send all your love and warmth to that person. That person and you are alike too. They want to have a good life. They want to be well and happy and safe and healthy. Send them your love. And now perhaps I'd like you to picture just one other person. Maybe a friend or a relative or somebody who needs a bit extra love this week. Someone who's been having a tough time. And just like you, this person also wants to be healthy and happy and well and have a good life. Send them love. Send them warm wishes. Send all your love to that person. Now, I want you to do something really magical. I want you to expand your awareness. I want you to picture the world. Maybe you can imagine the globe in front of you as a little ball. I want you to send all your love and your kindness to all living beings. Just send those warm wishes to all of the living beings on the planet, because everyone on the planet, just like you, they want to feel that love and they want to feel happy. And perhaps you can repeat these words after me. Just as I wish to. May you live with ease, happiness and good health. May you be free from all pain. Just as I wish to. May you live with ease and happiness and good health. May you be free from all pain. Just as I wish to. May you live with ease and happiness and good health. May you be free from all pain. Just send all your love and your kindness to all living beings. And I just want you to take a few deep breaths now and just notice how you feel. Because love has this magical quality when we give it, and it flows from us, it flows right back to us in a full circle. Right here and right now, you can feel that love. Feel that love that you have for yourself. Just bask in it. It's just sending out love. It flows right back to you in abundance. Just breathe it in. Anything that's not serving you, you can just let it go. And just notice your state of mind and how you feel. So full of love and self-compassion. That's the foundation of any change, any growth, any development. Self-compassion. Falling in love with yourself. So much love. And when you're ready, you can just open your eyes and just have a really big stretch out. Ooh, and just feel the energy and the power that love brings you. And I've got a little mantra that I'm using this week for me, and I'll just share it with you. It's I am strong and healthy. I am perfect the way I am. I hold the thought of joy and gratitude for all my many blessings. I intend health and wellness for every single day. And I wish you all, wherever you are listening, thank you so much for tuning in today. I wish that you all have health and wellness and abundance and lots of joy and loveliness for the rest of the day and for the rest of your existence on this planet. Thank you so much for having me, Sarah, on your page today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can just send me a message or get in touch with me via my website if you're interested in training, if you're interested in becoming a clinical hypnotherapist, or if you just want to have a chat and talk about where you're at and how we can help move you forward. It's been absolutely lovely. And I'm going to go walk my dog now because it's a beautiful sunshiny day. I'm going to go make the most of this gorgeous sunshine before it snows like it did yesterday. Have an amazing day, guys. Lots and lots of love. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye for now.